My name is Alexis Brown. I am a sophomore here at Wayne State University, and I'm a double major in sociology and urban studies. So I've always loved the city. I always loved had a love for Detroit, the way my grandparents talk about it just really made me fall in love with it. Currently, they had it's a lot of rebuilding of Detroit and things like that, and I want to be a part of that. So I was like, what better option than urban studies, which is the study of cities, and then do that in Detroit. So it was just perfect. With sociology, you have the study of humans, human behavior within a society. In the urban studies, you have the study of cities. And when I put both those together, it allows me to not only help rebuild the city, but help rebuild the people within the city. So that's what I want to do, is really help the people, not just the city. But I really want to focus on working with the youth within the city, especially in the education realm, really helping the youth of Detroit realize that they have the power to be just as great as anyone else outside of the city. I chose Wayne State because, one, the location was the primary thing, because it's within the city, which is exactly what I want to do, is work within Detroit. Then on top of that, I also run track here, so that was another thing, being able to come here and run track as well, do that passion as well. Especially right now I'm taking a sociology inequality class, and it's perfect with being in Detroit because we get to look at inequalities that have happened in Detroit through history, racial inequalities, plus housing inequalities and things like that. And then that ties in with urban studies as well, because being having a class, an urban studies class within the city, we are able to really look at the city, we're talking about housing discrimination, how has that affected people in Detroit? And we can actually look at how it's affecting people around us. So the classes really help further my understanding of the majors. Looking at urban studies, going into it, I really didn't know a lot about urban studies coming in. I just simply thought, okay, it's the study of cities, how complicated can that be? Obviously an error, because when I walked in, I'm like, wow, this is way more complicated than I thought it would be. And it's just a lot of politics that goes into it. Right now I'm in a political science class for urban studies. And it's a lot of policies and things like that I wasn't expecting. But I still know I still want to be within the major, but I was like, whoa, okay, this is a lot more than what I expected. Looking back, I think that my first year living on campus, I still live on campus, but living on campus my first year really solidified me wanting to be here. Coming in, I wasn't skeptical, but I was still okay, do I want to be here at Wayne State? But coming and living on the dorms was probably the best decision I made, because it allowed me to really take advantage of all the activities and opportunities that were happening on campus. I remember literally every single night I was out with my friends, either at the late night grill or we were at some campus activity that they put together. And it really helped me to meet a lot of different people. People I still talk to today, I see on campus hey, how you doing? And it just makes it feel more homey in a way, because I'm able to walk through campus and I see people I know, and I'm not just walking, it's all unfamiliar faces. So I think that really made it solidify me wanting to be here. I had an English professor my freshman year, and he really helped me with the transition from high school to college. And it really made me feel like I wasn't just a number here at the school, because he really cared, and he still checks up with me today. And he really just really helped with the transition, because it can be really hard going from high school to college with the work and just everything that college entails. My advice to incoming students wanting to be sociology or urban studies major would be to really take advantage of the advisors, because they know way more than you do, and they really can help you with scheduling of your classes. And then I'll also say to take advantage of the intro classes, because those classes will help you determine if this is really what you want to do.